So let me get this straight. I'm going to the middle of nowhere to sleep on the frickin' ground, no shower, no proper toilet, and if I want to leave, no easy way to get home? What am I, frickin' loony? So tomorrow I am heading off to the high desert to ride my bike with a group of people that I don't know. So I'm hoping they like me because I'm going alone, and if they don't like me, it could be a long trip. I'm going to southern Utah, and this mountain biking trip is something I've wanted to do for over 30 years. It's been on my bucket list, and I don't really know what kept me from doing it. I'm a little worried though, because if this doesn't go well, if I've waited too long to do this, what other things on my list might I have waited too long to do?
The wind will not stop. Gusts of sand swirl before me, stinging my face. But there is still too much to see and marvel at. The world very much alive in the bright light and wind, exultant with the fever of spring, the delight of morning.
This place is absolutely stunning. Yesterday we rode for about 25 miles through the country you see around us, and the terrain is otherworldly. It is just, again, incredibly beautiful. This is also designated as a dark sky location, which means that there's very little light pollution from big cities or whatnot. And so the stars here at 6,000 feet are unbelievable. I slept outside last night, the sleeping bag on the pad under the stars, and yeah, it was that.
So I was lucky enough to be in southern Utah at Canyonlands National Park. We were in an area, a district called the Maze, and the Maze is known as being very remote and a challenging location to visit. In fact, just to get to the Maze requires driving close to 50 miles on rough dirt roads that require four-wheel drive vehicles. The Maze District is the least visited area of Canyonlands National Park, and according to the National Park Service, is one of the most remote places remaining in the United States of America. I was there with 6 other riders and 2 guides to ride the access roads and camp out under the stars in our tents and sleeping bags. Good morning. So, a lot of times people ask me about these trips, where do you go to the bathroom? And it varies. I mean, when you're in certain areas, you're required to bring a portable john, and that's kind of what that's looking like. And it's not so bad. But the thing about this portable john is the view. Check this out. Drama and beauty of this place is pretty self-evident, and it is like geology on display. You can see all the different layers that were set down at different times over the hundreds of millions of years. Pretty gosh darn cool. So it's day 4, and I think the decompression is complete. Sleeping under the stars and being out in this remote environment really is a de-stressor for me. The people I'm with on this trip are really fabulous. I guess kind of doing something like this attracts a certain type of person, maybe. And so the kindness and the energy and the
appreciation of the surroundings is really, it's really a nice group to be with. And, going out and riding hard every day or hiking, getting that physical activity, I think contributes to the overall sense of kind of peace and well-being that I have.
And you know that fear I mentioned at the beginning about waiting too long? Well, turns out I handled the ride just fine, and I should be okay to tackle the other things on my bucket list.
Good morning. Good morning after a long and windy night. I think I have dust up my nose and in my ears. It made its way through this netting into the tent. Very fine dust seems to be everywhere. This is the last day of the trip, and we have a 35-mile ride back to civilization. And I suppose I'm ready for that. But this trip has been just incredible. The peace and solitude, the harsh beauty of the high-altitude desert, just on full display here. And to be here with a really wonderful group of people in an incredibly beautiful area, well, that's what I want to keep doing. Being active, being able to do this type of thing is really important to me. And I hope it's important to you as well. I hope that you have things in your life that motivate you to get outside, enjoy nature, be active, be healthy. Because remember, if you don't do it, no one is going to do it for you. And you, my friend, are worth it.